Green rebound, let's go. Green, let's go. Keep working now. Let's go. Smart, smart. There you go. There you go. Let's go, let's go. Keep working. There you go.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to a double whammy rivalry romp in Section 8AA North in the Northwest Conference between the Roseau Rams and the East Grand Forks Green Wave at East Grand Forks Senior High. Derek Zimmerman, Geyer, Joseph Stetz here in EGF, Minnesota for boys basketball this Thursday night in a section showdown / conference collision between two teams riding 3-game losing streaks. Roseau, East Grand Forks. Someone's got to win tonight. We'll tell you all about these two teams and then some coming up on American Crystal Sugar pregame show. This is Minnesota High School Basketball on yourliveevent.com.
Green Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner, every day. East Grand Forks Public Schools will engage and empower learners to contribute and succeed in a diverse and changing world. Today's student, tomorrow's leader. For more information on the East Grand Forks Public Schools, including teachers' pages, updates, the weekly newsletter, EGF activities and events calendars, and more, go to egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
YourLiveEvent.com is grateful to be working with the East Grand Forks Public Schools to provide a video stream and play-by-play for varsity home athletic events this season. We encourage all fans to subscribe to YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel and to like this video stream. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, visit yourliveevent.com for more information.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Hello, welcome everyone to our American Crystal Sugar pregame show, previewing tonight's 2-for-1 special rivalry romp between the visiting Roseau Rams and the hometown East Grand Forks Green Wave here at EGF Senior High. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm Derek Zimmerman, Geyer, Joseph Stetz here to my left at EGF Minnesota for a boys basketball bash that pits two teams that have lost 3 consecutive contests, respectively. Once again, welcome to our American Crystal Sugar pregame show. Learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. And let's learn about these two teams tonight. Joseph Stetz, both teams, like I said, 3-game skids. Coming into this game, haven't seen each other so far, but it is a double whammy of a rivalry. Northwest Conference and Section 8A Double North. Let's look at the visiting Rams first and how they stack up. Roseau sitting at 4-9 overall on the season, 2-7 at home, 2-2 on the road. Haven't played too many games on the bus. And then at 2-3 in Section 8AA North, also 2-2 in the conference. They average 57 points per game on offense and give up 62. They're coached by Ken Hayden, and his team sitting at 4-9 sits at 7th in the section and 5th place in the Northwest Conference. Let's look at the Rams' last 5. On February 16th, they lost to Warroad 74-45 at Roseau. Defeated Crookston 72-44, bouncing back 2 days later on the 18th. But then 3 games in a row they lost after that one, losing to Bagley on the 22nd, 65-50, And then on the 26th to International Falls at 71-56 again at Roseau. And then lost to Badger Greenbush Mid-River 74-53 on the first day of March basketball, March 1st. And now here they are tonight at EGF Senior High taking on the Green Wave. Looking at this Roseau squad, they've lost 3 in a row, of course. They had a 4-game skater earlier in the season, and they have the 7th scoring defense in Section 8AA North, giving up 62 points per game. That does not bode well against the team, the Green Wave, putting up the 3rd highest scoring offense in the section. And let's look at that Green Wave team right now, who have a couple chinks in their armor heading into the night. For the Green Wave, they are coached by Josh Perkowitz, sitting at 6-8 overall, 4-2 on the home court, 2-6 on the road, 3-6 in the section, and then a 3-2 mark in the Northwest Conference. They average 63 points per game, but give up 60, so they're right next to the Rams as far as scoring defense goes, but they make up for it with their offensive firepower, but they haven't been able to do that in the last 5. Let's check them out. Lost to Bagley 57-45 on the 16th of February. Defeated Ada Borup West 81-60 on the 19th. That game was on YourLiveEvent.com here at EGF. Lost to Breckenridge soundly 86-68. Reverse those numbers, and that's your score on the 23rd of February. And then lost to Barnesville on the 27th, 58-52. We'll talk about that game a lot more later in our coach's comments with Coach Josh Perkowitz. That was on the 27th. And then the first game of March, on March 2nd, Detroit Lakes, 74-71 overtime loss for the Wave at Detroit Lakes. Sam Vadova and Tanner Campos, fouled out of those games, 2 of their offensive fire-powering weapons. And heading into overtime, it's a tough question to ask. It's a tough deed to ask your team to go on without the scoring captains. For the Green Wave tonight, they're going to have to go on without Jeremiah Havig. He is out with sickness, according to Coach Josh Perkowitz, so it's starting in his place and also in Tanner Campos' place. He's not sick, mind you, but he's going to come off the bench. So starting for the Green Wave, won't reveal the entire lineup, but in their place for East Grand Forks, number 42, Spencer Englund, a junior, will start, and so will number 12, Carter Vosick, also a junior. In place of Havig and Campos. Looking at East Grand Forks, again, 3 games in a row they've lost. They've had their off and on moments this season. They have the potential. Last season, one of the best teams in the Class AA at 26-3. Lost in the section championship to Perham in Section 8. And now just a few steps back this season, Joseph.
They definitely are.
Definitely looking to rebound here against tonight, and something that Roseau, we talk about in our coach's comments with Coach Ken Hayden when we get to that. He harps on not getting out rebounded, crashing the boards. Jeremiah Havig, one of the best rebounders on this team, if not the best. It will be quite the challenge for the Green Wave, and we'll see if they're up to it tonight here on this Thursday evening. Thank you for tuning in with us on this journey, and we'll get to it later on when we break down these 2 teams and we see what the coaches have to say about it on our coaches' comments coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Tim Shea's Nursery and Landscaping, Salon 222, Evergreen Insurance Agency, Border States Trophy and Awards, Leisureland RV, Northdale Oil, Shields, Custom Stripes. We ask that you please thank and patronize these sponsors of the Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Here in our American Crystal Sugar pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com, now joined by the head coach of Roseau Rams, Coach Ken Hayden. Coming into this game, two similar feelings between yourselves and the Green Wave at 3-game skids. What are your initial thoughts coming into EGF?
Well, we've kind of been up and down this year. I think one of our downfalls has been rebounding. I think we're starting to try to figure that out a little bit better on the defensive side, but just kind of getting more consistent, not turning it over is going to be some of the things we've been stressing, and it's going to be definitely have to show up tonight. I think East Grand's a team that's going to try to really speed us up and cause some problems. I know their schedule is pretty tough too, a little bit different than ours, so we'll have to see how this one goes.
The last 3 games for EGF, you said right there, they're 0-3, but their opponent's overall combined record is 25-11. You guys have played 3 tough games, 22-17 respectively in those last 3. But Coach Josh Perkowitz, talking about your guys' defense, he said they want to get the pace up. He says that your 3-2 zone defense might cause some problems. They're not used to seeing it. How can you use that to your advantage?
Well, I think what it does, it helps us a little bit defend on the perimeter and kind of hopefully takes away their cuts. But one downfall of that, you got to be able to rebound underneath, and I think they know that too, so they're going to be crashing the glass hard, so it's going to come down to who can compete on the glass a little bit too.
One of the best rebounders on the team in the starting lineup, Jeremiah Havig, is not playing tonight. He's out with a sickness, Coach Berkowitz said. How do you use that to your advantage coming tonight? They have Spence England and Carter Bosick starting in place of Jeremiah Havig and Tanner Campos.
Well, I think it all goes through Mr. Vadova, so you got to make sure that he doesn't roam free and get to do what he wants. And such a special talent. I've coached against him since he was a 7th grader now at the varsity level. So heck of a player, and we're going to have to make sure, obviously, these other guys are key too, but their team defense is what's really going to stand out. If we can handle their pressure, we should be okay. If not, it could be a long night for us. So we have to make sure that we don't turn it over on them.
Let's talk about offense and defense real quick. EGF, the 3rd most highest scoring offense in the section, putting up 63 points per game. For Roseau, your Rams, a 7th scoring defense. Tough breaks here and there. How does that matchup favor you and unfavor you? What do you make of that?
Well, something's got to give a little bit, and I know East Grand scores a lot of their points off turnovers, and obviously they can get it out and shoot the 3 in transition too. So if we can get them into a half-court game, ideally that'd be the best case. Easier said than done. Our guards are going to have to step up. Dave Nelson's going to have to step up tonight. He's our point guard, and Jed Dunham, at the guard spot, and multiple guys underneath are going to have to be strong coming to the ball. And a lot of their scoring comes off transition and just their up-tempo pace, and we'll be able to see it early tonight. I'm sure the first 5 minutes are going to be trying to get us in a chaotic mood.
Would you say, like you said, getting up to their pace and playing to your level, that's the key to the game tonight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We don't want to run with them. We got to rebound the ball, and we don't want to take shots that they want us to take. Let's put it that way. We want to make sure we're taking the shots we want.
Coach, anything else like that?
No, that's all right.
Thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Very good. Thanks.
Coach Ken Hayden of the Roseau Rams heading against the East Grand Forks Green Wave this Thursday night. The Rams sitting at 4-9 here in this double whammy rivalry romp against the Green Wave in the Northwest Conference in the Section 8A AA North. When we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Green Wave, Josh Perkowitz, after this here on your American Crystal Sugar pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Excellence is the expectation for every learner, every day. At East Grand Forks, they offer a number of extracurricular activities, including athletics, academic clubs, speech, drama, and many more. At ISD 595, they encourage students to participate in as many extracurricular activities as possible. They feel students will gain valuable life lessons through these activities. For more information, visit egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
The Green Wave Sports Boosters was started in 1974 to help provide financial support through fundraising to all Green Wave High School athletic programs. With the generous help of its members and local business, the Green Wave Sports Boosters has helped our student athletes succeed and strive for excellence for 47 years. The Boosters would like to thank all current family and business members for their continued support. Go to greenwaveboosters.com for more information. Please consider becoming a member today.
Back here in our American Crystal Sugar pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com, now joined by head coach of the Green Wave, Coach Josh Berkowitz. Coming to this game, your initial thoughts taking on the Roseau Rams?
We just got to make sure that we are staying consistent in the way we play. You know, we've had a tough week. Last three are pretty tough opponents. We got to make sure that we still can bring that intensity tonight and back to our home court.
For both teams attending tonight's game, 3-game skids for the Rams and for your Green Wave. What's going to be the difference maker to get back to your winning ways?
I think it's just going to come down to whatever team shows up. It's either us or it's them, and who's just going to work a little bit harder than the other guys. And then at the end of the day, you just got to make shots. And hopefully we've cured that, you know, back in our gym, and we seem to shoot a little bit better in our gym, and hopefully we can do that tonight.
Let's go back to these last 3 games. We were talking off air earlier. You talked about how one game against Barnesville, you gave up 58-52 loss. You put up 25 more shots than they did and still lost the game. What's been the key component that's kept you from the dub column in the last 3?
I think for the most part, that's probably what it is. I think we turned around our shots, and it's more or less on our defensive side. You know, yeah, we shot 25 more than Barnesville, but were they quality shots? Maybe not the best that we wanted. And then we have to be able to lock down defensively. We can't give up the middle, and I think against DL the other night, we did a really nice job. Defensively, we just had some bonehead things that happened down the way that I think we cleaned them up, and hopefully we're going to be better tonight.
Spence England and Carter Bosick in the starting lineup tonight in favor of Tanner Campos and Jeremiah Havig out with sickness, and Campos coming off the bench. How does that change any matchups? How does that change the dynamic of your starting team?
I think it gives those other guys an opportunity to just take a breath. And those guys have, they kind of showed up a little bit, and we kind of got in a funk, and sometimes you have to just do something different, change it up a little bit. And, since we made that switch the last couple games, we see more energy off the bench. When it's only 2 minutes, but now Tanner can come off the bench. We have a little bit more scoring coming off of our bench, which I think bodes well for some of our other guys too. Not just Sam that has to carry us, or Tanner. And so I think that hopefully tonight it shows itself again.
I know you're a guy of pride about your home court advantage. You're 4-2 here at EGF Senior High. Coming into the night, you're overall 6-8, but 6 of your losses have been to section opponents at 3-6. And games at home that are a section and conference game, you're 3-0. Is there any difference between the road and at home when it comes to your rival opponents?
Not when it's a rival game. Rival game can happen at any point in time. It just depends on who shows up at whatever time. And we saw that with Warroad. We went up to Warroad, lost, come down here, we beat them here. So it's a conference, it's a game, it's a section game, it's a big point game for either team. So it all depends on what team comes out a little bit more hungry tonight. I'm glad that we're at our home court, but we got to still be able to take care of business. We can't take them lightly at all. I think that if they come out in that 3-2 zone, that could give us some problems. We got to be able to knock down shots from the corner, and we got to be able to attack the middle of the zone. If we can do those two things, hopefully we'll be successful against it, and maybe they'll switch out of it. But if we're not doing that, then we better be beating them down the court so they can't even set up. And that's the other way that we need to beat them, and especially with that zone, that can be a struggle at times.
Your Wave had the 3rd highest scoring offense in all of Section 8 AA North to the Roseau Rams' 7th scoring defense in the section. Obviously, besides having a better offense than their defense, how else can you exploit the Rams' defense tonight?
We just got to push the ball. And we're still going to play that 10, 11 guys. And so if they can get tired, we want to push early, see if they have legs in them, see what their bench is like. And when that happens, their defense and every team, the defense starts to slow down as you get tired, and we're conditioned well enough at this point in the season. So if we can play those 10, 12 guys, like I said, their defense is going to start slowing down. They're going to start taking some shots. They're going to fall short, and hopefully we're going to have more opportunities.
Coach, anything else you want to add?
No, it should be a fun one.
Thanks for your time and good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks to Coach Josh Perkowitz of the East Grand Forks Green Wave for his pregame coach's comments, as well as Coach Ken Hayden of the Roseau Rams. That's what we got here tonight, Joseph Stets, on this Thursday evening between the Rams and the Green Wave in a rivalry matchup of the Northwest Conference and Section 8 AA North. With about under a minute, Joe, can I get your Stets surveillance with what you know about tonight's game with Havik being out and one of the top offenses playing one of the lower defenses?
Well, it's going to come down to East Grand Forks and they get their shots going. I know the coach for them alluded to it earlier. If they're going to come on the 3-2 zone defense, you got to be able to hit shots to get them out of it. And then for East Grand Forks, you got to start fast. For Roseau, you're coming in, you're looking up right now. I mean, you're looking towards the end of the season. You kind of know where you're sitting at, and it'd be nice to pull an upset.
Be nice to pull an upset, and you're in a perfect spot to do so with senior Jeremiah Havik out tonight due to sickness. Thanks for joining us on our American Crystal Sugar pregame show on YourLoveEvent.com. It looks like we are ready to salute our country here in about 12 seconds and ticking at EGF Senior High. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off here on YourLoveEvent.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's just a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Up North Pizza Pub, BSN Sports, East Grand Forks Youth Basketball Association, Construction Engineers, Red River Bean and Seed LLC, Franson Bank and Trust, GW and Sons Construction, East Grand Forks Blue Line Club, Reliance Telephone and Security, and by Caulfield Studios. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
'86-29 this year has been performing outstanding in growers fields. As you can see, the root shape on 29s again, presenting just a great root shape all the way around. This has been our top seller this past year, and it looks to be again. This variety is just performing great out in fields.
Welcome back to YourLoveEvent.com. Now time for our starting lineups between the Roseau Rams and East Grand Forks Green Wave. Let's look at the visiting Rams first, and thanks for joining us on our American Crystal Sugar pregame show. For the Rams, coached by Ken Hayden, it's number 2, Jed Dunham, a senior. Number 5, Steele Walsh, another senior. Number 23 on the chest in the back, David Nelson. And then number 33, Peter Vandewidge. And number 0, Wyatt Aronson, a junior. For the Rams, it goes Dunham, Walsh, Nelson, Vandewidge, and Aronson. And of course, then now, it's time for the hometown Green Wave, coached by Josh Perkowitz. Both teams on 3-game skids. Let's check out the top 5 for the Green Wave. New kids in the lineup tonight, with Jeremiah Havik and Tanner Campos not starting. Number 12, Carter Voss, gets the nod, the junior. 12 across the chest in the back. And of course, Sam Vadova, the senior, with number 20, comes out, the quarterback and the running back right there during the fall seasons. 20-12. Number 31, Tyson Mahar, another senior, joins the fray for the Green Wave. And then number 22, Cole Gerber, another senior, rounding out this Wave team. And at center, making his start in place of Havig tonight, is Spencer Egeland. For the Green Wave, once again, it goes Vasic, Vadova, Gerber, Mahar, and Egeland. Green Wave sitting currently right now at 6-8. Roseau at 4-9. Here in a Section 8 AA North rivalry game, as well as a Northwest Conference game. We'll have Peter Vandewedge tipping off against Cole Gerber with the Rams versus the Green Wave here on YourLoveEvent.com. And it starts 1 dribble, 2 dribble right now. And advantage Rams. Vandewedge wins that one. Gets going left or right. White on white jerseys for the Rams. And now on the right side, across the logo, is number 23, David Nelson, spinning against Mahar. Top of the key now. Nelson goes left front court. This is Jed Dunham. Jed Dunham now, guarded by Vadova, feeds inside, wide open steal. Walsh puts up the glass from the left block, won't go. Long rebound is eventually taken by Jed Dunham in the backcourt. First stat sheet mark of the night. Now Dunham drives in, right block. Now right side midi up, back iron, taken down by, off there by Nelson. Feedback out, top of the key, 3, Dunham, off back iron again. And another rebound by Steele Walsh. 3 rebounds for the Roseau Rams in their first 3 shots of the evening. This one's almost poked away. Vandewedge was poked by Vadova. Now it's right corner, Aronson. Aronson going to hand off. No, he's going to fake. Go inside baseline. Put up in the paint. He is absolutely clobbered, and he takes a walk and turns it over here in the first minute of the game.
But a good start there for the Rams, getting up shots as well as getting offensive rebounds. As we know, the Green Wave, that's one of their keys they wanted to get tonight, and so far, 0 for 3.
Green Wave going right to left on our dial. Green on green jerseys, white numbers, white trim. Now here's Vada, right corner. Gets it swung around the dish, around the arc. Goes cross court, Tyson Mahar, left corner. Now left corner, this is Vosick for 3. Off iron and a pull down eventually by Vadova. Vadova, right side midi up and rattle it home. Vadova puts some grease on that one. Finds the rebound, finds 2. The first points of the game here tonight. 2-0 EGF, 16-31, first half. Now right corner, this is Steele Walsh. Bounce pass inside to Wyatt Aronson. Aronson now going to put up right block against Egeland, won't go. And Egeland nabs the rebound. Now quickly to Vosick, 1-on-1 in the paint, off the glass, won't go. And pulled down strongly, tightly by Jed Dunham for the board. Quick offense there by the Green Wave. You heard Coach Hayden talk about not letting them get to their pace, and a nice defensive effort right there by the Rams. Now here's left side, midi put up and put in by David Nelson, answering right back, tying it up 2-2. 15:55 first half. Carter Vosick left corner, goes top of the key to Gerber, now swinging around the arc to Vadova, right corner, gets from Mahar. Vadova now goes to Carter Vosick, right front court, now to Mahar, left wing. Mahar guarded by Walsh, now glides in. Cross court, this is Vosick, right corner, feeds inside to Egeland, and the baseline, right side, puts up the glass, rattle it home. Spencer Egeland finds 2 and a 4-2 lead. It's 15:30, first half. Here's Nelson being absolutely harassed, gets it out to Vandewedge, now top of the key back, now at the logo, goes Nelson. Guarded closely by Mahar in his hip pocket. Now Steele Walsh, right wing. Walsh, bounce pass inside, he finds Dunham. Dunham puts up 2, finds a foul, and a trip to the foul line. First foul of the night for either squad. First one by EGF. And it's on number 22, Cole Gerber.
Number 22, Cole Gerber.
First trip of the night to the foul line belongs to Jed Dunham. The senior puts in first attempt, has 1 point, 4-3 lead for the Wave.
In for the Green Wave, number 21,
Tanner Campos comes off the bench tonight in favor of Cole Gerber.
Jed Dunham at the line for the Rams.
Had some substitutions as Wyatt Aronson for the Rams comes out. He looks a little hobbled there. Dunham goes 2 for 2, and it's tied up at 4 apiece. Get his replacement here in a second. Now left corner, misses Mahar. Mahar looking to direct traffic. Now glides to the right, goes inside. Now to Vadova, left elbow. Vadova gonna kick back out somewhere. No, he'll drive in. Oh, what a move! Puts it up. A magician, Sam Vadova from the paint for the deuce. Switched in midair, and Vadova has 4 points and a 6-4 lead. 14-44, Wave on top. Now here is all the way Nelson in the right corner. He's inside to Clive Gordon, who goes inside to Walsh. Walsh didn't see the correct call there. Turns it over. Roseau with 2 turnovers. Clive Gordon checked in for Wyatt Aronson. Clive Gordon, another senior. Now this is left corner. Vosick now bounce pass to the baseline to Vadova on 1 foot, floats it over and almost into the hands of Jed Dunham. And it is in the hands. It goes off the hands of Tyson Mahar and back into possession of Roseau. First turnover for East Grand Forks. Inbound coming from Steele Walsh. Floats it over now top in the back court. Goes to Jed Dunham. A little bit of a 4-court defense, more or less, by the Wave. Now Peter Vandewedge puts up the rim from the right block. Won't go. Pulled down by Vadova, spinning around with a second snag. Now goes inside, puts in a move. Left elbow, top of the key. Mahar for 3. Off the back iron, off the board rebound, and it's pulled down by Steele Walsh, his second. 6-4 game, 14 minutes left in the first half. Wave on top of the Rams. David Nelson circling around the logo. Now drives in, gonna kick, no, left elbow goes to right wing, now to Gordon. Gordon over the head now, spins around, reversing, guarded closely, now bounce pass inside. This is Walsh off the bank and in. Steele Walsh for 2, and it's tied up 6 apiece, 13-35 first half. Mahar cross court to Vadova, right wing. Gordon gets on quickly, back to Vosick, back to Vadova. Now Vadova puts on a move, throws the elbow, and that is a charge and a half. Clapping his hands, Clive Gordon, he knows it, and Sam Vadova turns it over. The second time for East Grand Forks tonight.
Number 20, Sam Vadova.
That foul is Vadova's first foul, team second. Drew Carpenter checks into the game for Carter Vosick. Drew Carpenter, number 3, a freshman here in this varsity rotation. 6'6", 13-20, first half. Right corner now, this is Clive Gordon. He'll put up a 3-ball off rim, off the front, and it's pulled it down by Vadova for his first board. He goes now to Tanner Campos in the right corner. Campos now right baseline, and it's smacked out of his hands, but still Wave basketball. 13:08 in the first half. 2 teams on a 3-game skid, all knotted up. Who would have thunk? Now right corner, this is Carpenter, now crossing around to Campos. Left wing 3 is up, off the back, and now a rebound put up inside by Drew Carpenter for the putback from the right block. The freshman finds a board and 2 in the lead at 8-6 with 12:50 in the first. And the house one's almost snagged away. Nelson almost lost the handle. He's absolutely being pestered right now by East Grand Forks, much to the liking of Coach Josh Berkowitz. Now he's in the left wing. He gives it off to Gordon, handoff, top of the key now. Clive Gordon guarded by Mahar. He's going to give it back. No, he's going to go right side. Baseline skids, and here's a right wing 3 by Steele Walsh, and off the glass, and Vadova finds a long rebound right in front of Coach Berkowitz. He has 4 boards. Windex handy. Now underneath the baseline. Oh, reverse layup going underneath. Made it look easy. Sam Vadova, the senior, with 6 points and a 10-6 lead. 12-15 first half. Wave over the Rams. Here is Nelson. Top of the key goes to Gordon, right corner. Back to Nelson. David Nelson now pushing in. Now to Vandewedge. Now left corner. This is a 3-ball and short. Pulled down by number 32, Caleb Zejelik. His first. He's in the game now, a sophomore. Now Vadova right wing. He'll pull up for 3. No, that's a 2. Foot was on the baseline. And board underneath. Put up by Zejelik. Can't get his putback. And it's finally snagged by Peter Vandewedge. Now Vandewedge lost the basketball. And back to EGF. Joseph Stets. Vandewedge found a board and found a turnover. Roseau's third of the game. 10-6, Green Wave lead. 11:45 first half. Sam Vadova to inbound. He's got 6. He's matching Roseau's point total so far in this game. He goes over the top. Mahar, top of the key. Mahar dribbled, now goes to Drew Carpenter, right wing. Guarded by Gordon. That one slapped away. Carpenter gets it back. Right side midi up and off rim. Short. Picked up by Clive Gordon. Gordon now running the court. Guarded by Carpenter. Freshman senior matchup. Dancing. Now inside. This is Aronson. Wyatt Aronson back in the game. He's in the right block. Put it up for 2. Put it in. The junior has his first bucket of the night and a 10-8 deficit now in favor of the Wave. 11:15 first half. Campos right corner. Goes to Tyson Mahar right wing. Mahar now to Carpenter. Dish around the arc to Vadova. Sam Vadova tiptoeing the baseline. He is denied. Clive Gordon with a snuff. Oh, Vadova thought he could be sneaky with it, and Clive Gordon shut him down. Now back to Roseau. David Nelson at the logo, guarded by Mahar. 10:50 in the first half. He backs up now, goes top of the key to number 21. Get his number here in a second. Now back in right elbow. This is Dunham. He puts up 2 off the fadeaway. It won't go. Rebounded by Zedulik. Now pushing it is Campos. Campos down the right wing, guarded by Dunham. Dunham takes a swat. Campos pushed it up and is pulled down by Aronson. Wyatt Aronson's first rebound now belongs to David Nelson. Now right wing, this is number 21, Garen Schumacher at the top of the key. He's guarded closely, now goes off to the side to David Nelson, and oh my goodness, a blocking foul picked up by Campos, lowering the shoulder and drawing the contact. David Nelson and Campos picks up the foul, his first. Cole Gerber checks in for Caleb Zedulik for the Wave. Campos' first foul, team third. Now inbound inside to Clive Gordon, right wing. Now to Aronson, top of the key. This is Schumacher again. Near the top, guarded closely by Carpenter, the freshman. Now bounces out to Clive Gordon, right wing. Oh, puts a move on, goes back. Now goes back inside. This is a fadeaway turnaround jumper for 2. Jed Dunham made it look easy and smooth. He's got 4 points, and it's 10 all with 9:50 in the first half. Vadova now, bounce pass to Campos, now over inside. Feet inside, oh, give it right back to Vadova in the baseline at the paint. He's got 8 points and a 12-10 lead. 9:38 first half. Wave on top of the Rams. It's Thursday evening edition of YourLoveEvent.com. Two teams on a 3-game losing streak. And we have a reach-in foul. What do we got here? With Clive Gordon with the basketball, we have a foul on Tanner Campos. Quick 2 fouls there by the junior wearing number 21. Team 4 foul, his second. Looks like Cutter Vosick will check in for Tanner Campos. And he does. Cutter Vosick back into the game. He started this game in favor of Tanner Campos. Now floater inside to Dunham, and he hits it right where he just made it. Back-to-back buckets for Jed Dunham. He's got 6, and it's now up at 12 again. 9:19 first half. Mahar, left wing, goes to Gerber, right elbow. He'll drive inside, kick out, push around the arc. And now here's Mahar from the foul line, 15 feet away. Can't get the bank. Here's a loose basketball picked up by Vosick. Vosick now on the board. Now here's the top of the key from Sam Vadova. Almost lost it. Got it back. The handles, the move. Can't get the bucket, however. Long rebound found off the Carpenter. Carpenter's shot hits every part of the rim. It doesn't go in. Now here's Vosick from right side, and he finds the bank. Vosick for 2, and it's 14-12. Drew Carpenter found his second rebound as well. Wave up by 2, 8:41 in the first half. David Nelson, right wing, guarded by Mahar. Now rushes to the top, now in the left front court. Bounce pass inside to Wyatt Aronson. Now bounce pass to Dunham. Left elbow shot won't go for 2, and pulled down aggressively by Carter Vosick for his third. Now feeding it all the way to Sam Vadova, and now to Carpenter left wing. He puts a move on, jab step in and out. Now bounce back to Vadova in the baseline. Vadova, oh, what a move! What a pass to Gerber for 2. No! Oh, he just gave it like a little, like he was handing off a McDonald's sack. Aronson finds the rebound, however. Now here's Nelson. Nelson and Coach Ken Hayden takes a timeout. His team down 14-12 with 8:07 left in the first half. Green Wave in the Rams here on YourLoveEvent.com.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Welcome back to YourLoveEvent.com. That EGF Senior High in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Derek Zimmerman, Guy, Joseph Stets with you on this Thursday journey in a matchup between East Grand Forks and Roseau. 14-12, the Wave lead the Rams. Thanks to 8 points so far by Sam Vadova. Cut that in half. He has 4 rebounds. Joseph Stets, and your Stets surveillance, what have you surveyed so far between these two teams? Playing pretty close.
Well, the paint's been the main factor so far in tonight's game. Both teams have been efficiently scoring from the paint and they really haven't stretched it out much. I mean, especially on that last possession there for the for the Green Wave there, they had like 4 or 5 shots, a paint, a couple mid ranges, and then finally found one just near on a bank shot. I mean, it's going to be a game of who wants it more. I don't see it being a high-scoring affair. I see it being, you know, who can get the paint presence the most.
Maverick Jacobson, number 24, checked in for number 10, Clive Gordon. It's going to let the right now with the Rams on the side of the basketball. Now here's Peter Vandewedge in the right wing looking for anyone, spinning around in a laundry machine, and he finds when he gets it to Jacobson. He puts a move on. It goes to Nelson now right wing. Nelson spins away, top of the key now, down by 2, guarded by Mahar right in his hip pocket, absolutely riding the side, and Nelson still at the handle, still finding it. Now he finds a teammate. This is Walsh in the right wing. Still Walsh, guarded closely by Carter Vossick. Walsh drives inside, 3-on-1, advantage Walsh. He drove recklessly into traffic, and he banged 2. 14 all, off the deuce by Walsh. In the paint, now with 7:05 in the first. Here's Vossick right front court. Mahar now cross court. He goes inside the Gerber in the paint. Underhand toss over inside to Joey Vadova now in the game. He goes out to the right corner to Carter Vossick, and Carter Vossick with the double dribble, and it turns it over, the 4th turnover for EGF. Nice passes by the Green Wave inside the paint. They just haven't paid to fruition yet.
It has been. It's been a great passing display, and it's been a good team effort so far by both teams, not just by the Green Wave or by the Rams itself. It's been a great team effort, and the one thing is you know, especially when the Rams get it, they're doing a great job right there as another good drive is going to draw a foul. It's not going to lead to free throws because, of course, they were looking to pass there. But, you know, it's great team basketball so far. And for both sides, controlling and making sure they get the right shot they want.
They will call that a trip to the line, with Cole Gerber picking up his 2nd, team 5th. And that sends Maverick Jacobson to the line. His first attempt, his first trip. He's 0 for 1. 2 for 3. The Rams are so far. Wyatt Aronson checks out. Coming to the game, Clive Gordon, as well as Jed Dunham. Back to the foul line we go with Maverick Jacobson, the senior. Number 24 for the 2nd attempt. He's 1 for 2. He has a point. And he takes the lead. Now 15-14. Now top, this is Sam Vadova, Carter Vossick, right corner. Teams going back and forth here in this first half. Joey Vadova at the top of the key now. Now to Vossick right wing, dish round the arc. This is Mahar, guarded closely by Gordon. Now top of the key to Sam Vadova. Puts a foot inside the paint, now back out. He's guarded by Dunham. Goes right wing to Mahar. Mahar looking to go back to Vadova, and it goes to Roseau, a turnover for EGF, and a aggressive defensive stand there by Roseau, and now an aggressive foul. And it looks like this one's on number 5, Joey Vadova, his first team at 6. So now, the Wave getting in trouble, foul trouble, with 6:12 in the first half left. Now inbound to Maverick Jacobson at the logo, right at the Green Wave. Up 15-14. Roseau is. Now here's the right elbow. This is Jed Dunham. Bounce pass over to Steele Walsh, right corner. Walsh now walks over to the left side. Now top of the key. Putting his elbow down. Gets a screen from Vandewedge. Kicks out to Gordon left corner. Gordon puts a move on. He'll go in the paint. He'll put up the right-handed shot. It doesn't fall, and it's picked up by Mahar for his first rebound. Now running the court aggressively. The Wave are. Vadova. Oh my goodness, if he pulled that off, that layup doesn't go. He gets out to Joey Vadova in the left corner. Now here is Mahar finding it back near midcourt. Top of the key, changes direction. Kick out Joey Vadova, left wing. Vadova will drive in. 2-on-1. Advantage, Joey Vadova. Split the difference, split the defenders, and it takes the lead right back at 16-15. Joey Vadova's first 2 points. And a lead change here. Now here's the left wing. Steele Walsh with 5:13 in the first half. Bounce pass inside, the left elbow to Dunham. Dunham now puts a move on, spins around, goes back, goes right block, and finds it off that glass, falling out of bounds. Jed Dunham putting on a clinic with 8 points so far. Taking the lead right back at 17-16. Roseau on top. 4:55 first half. Sam Vadova slowing things down at the right front court. Now he goes to the right corner. This is Vossick. Now Mahar right front court. Trading places with Vadova. Now Vadova right corner. He puts up a 3. Bang! Sam Vadova in double figures. He's got 11 with the tray. And it takes the lead at 19-17. exchanging blows. These two teams are 4 lead changes to our count with 4:30 in the first half.
But that was the first 3 to go of both teams. Both teams, like I said earlier, as we're going to get a turnover there on the Rams. It's with the new age of basketball being the three-point shot. Both teams have been, going inside, attacking, getting layups, working the post, and especially with the Rams, that's what they want. They want you to attack. They want you to try and go into a 3-2 zone. They don't want you to sit out and shoot, which is one thing that they've been doing very well. And it's not the style of basketball we see today.
A bunch of substitutions after that turnover by Roseau. Tip ball goes out of bounds in favor of Green Wave still. Spencer Egelin comes back in the game for the Wave, as does Tanner Campos. Looks like in relief of Tyson Mahar. Tyson Mahar still on the court. Looks like Cole Gerber. Now this is Mahar to Joey Vadova in the left corner. Now back to Mahar, left wing. Goes cross court to Sam Vadova in the right corner, right where he just drained the 3-ball. Then he goes 13 feet away. Oh, feet inside the Joey Vadova. No brother connection. Why not? Joey Vadova for 2. He's got 4 and a 21-17 lead. It's like they, are related or something, have some chemistry. 3:40 first half. Loose ball, Rams get it back. Now right corner, this is Dunham puts on a move. Too much of a move. Turnover off of the travel by Jed Dunham. 5 first half turnovers to match East Grand Forks in this game with 3:36 left before halftime.
So far, how this first half has played for both teams, I don't see a lot of, mistakes on both sides of the court. I mean, Roseau's playing the style they want. They want to keep it close when it comes into half so they can make their adjustments what they need. But for East Grand Forks, I mean, they're running their offense. They're getting everything fluent right now.
Oh, Tanner Campos! You guys still Walsh an eye exam. Give him some eye drops while you're at it from the left wing. His first bucket of the night, and it's 24-17. East Grand Forks 3:05 first half. David Nelson left wing. Guarded closely by Mahar. Mahar following him tit for tat. Now Nelson, it goes left short corner, puts over Eglin, airmailed and picked up by Sam Bartova, his 5th rebound. Now running the court, bounce past Eglin. Eglin into the baseline, can't find it, and it's pulled down by Steele Walsh, his 3rd. David Nelson now jabbing against Tyson Mahar, now lowering his left shoulder in the right wing, now kicks out, top of the key 3, Jed Dunham all alone, short, and is pulled down by Dunham, gets his own rebound. Now he'll go back to the baseline and finds 2 from the left block. Jed Dunham's got 10 points, and it's 24-19. 2:25 first half. Now Vadova top of the key. Campos will launch from deep from the Red River, baby! Tanner Campos with 6 back-to-back trifectas for the junior. It's 27-19. Green Wave starting to feel themselves outside of the arc as they are inside the paint. Now and back in the game for the Rams. Schumacher now, top of the key, goes offside to Walsh. Right block shot won't go, but he's fouled, heads to the line.
Again, to my comment earlier, not even, 2 minutes ago? 2 minutes game time. He's talking about the new style of basketball, the new age basketball of threes. Now the last 3 possessions for the East Grand Forks has been nothing but rain.
Nothing but rain here on a very nice Thursday evening. Not a good attempt there by Steele Walsh. His first trip to the line, he's 0 for 1. That foul was on Joey Vadova, his 2nd, team 7th by EGF in his first half. Wyatt Aronson checks out of the game. Coming into his place is Peter Vandewedge. Now, second shot by Steele Walsh, the junior, with 4 points. Make it 5. Swish. And it's 27-20 in the first half. 1:55 for halftime. Campos. Man, he's hot. Got a hot hand right now. Mahar in the right wing. Eglin now left wing. Goes to Campos left corner. Will he pull up again? Gets a screen from Eglin. Now guarded by Dunham. Top of the key. Now he glides. Goes to Sam Vadova right wing. Now feet inside to Mahar all alone. 2-on-1. Puts it up. Right hand won't go. And now pulled down by Drew Carpenter in the game. He puts up a long floating 2. And now Eglin ripping, fighting for the basketball. We got a jump ball in favor of Roseau. Credit Drew Carpenter with a rebound, his 3rd, but credit Roseau with possession of the basketball. Looks like we have a substitution ready for EGF. And we have a foul against EGF, their 8th foul, and it's on Spencer Eglin, his 1st.
That's going to send the Rams to the line for a 1-and-1. But to your point earlier when you were saying, you look at the stat sheet, and right now the officials are going to go to the scores table just to make sure They got the call right there. But you look at it, 8 fouls for the Green Wave compared to the Rams 0. Well, that's the difference between a man press or a man defense compared to a zone defense. A zone defense, you have everyone in front of you, you have eyes all over. Man, you're guarding one guy, and especially the way that the Green Wave have been playing their man defense with a lot of pressure and a lot of physicality, it's going to draw a lot of one of those, hard fouls. It's going to add up in a number of ways, but at the same time, it adds effect on, pressuring it, pushing the tempo, and not allowing, the Rams to be comfortable. So, 8-0 on the fouls is one thing.
Steele Walsh goes 2 for 2, while Joseph Stett takes the basketball school. I need it. And then Mahar, he wanted that. A floater off the runner from 12 feet away. Mahar, his first points of the night, he's got 2 in a 29-22 lead for his Green Wave with 105 in the first half. With those 2 free throws, Steele Walsh now has 7 points. Now under a minute in the half. Now Peter Van de Wedge, right elbow, puts a move on, jipping and jabbing. Now right corner versus Dunham. He goes baseline, puts up left hand. Oh, he's denied. Did Mahar get a hand in there? That one's pulled down by Caleb Zedgelik, his 4th rebound off the bench. Now right corner, Drew Carver, the freshman. He goes Campos from way back off the rim and pulled down by St. Botava. Now he goes to baseline, but it scats off his hands and out of bounds. Roseau basketball. Tanner Campos, that was a heat check, ladies and gentlemen.
That was definitely a heat check. And I think he heard your comment earlier about, how, hot of a hand he had, and he just had to let one fly, and that's another one.
Now Dunham, another shot inside the right block, won't go, pull down, another rebound for Sam Botava. He's got 7. Now 22 seconds in the first half. He pull up, no, he goes 13 feet. Oh, what a pass. Mahar, left wing, corner 3, won't go, pull down by Campos. Campos now running it, now goes inside to Botava. Botava slapping his hands aggressively. He is fouled, and he heads to the line. What a nice dish by Botava. Not enough sauce by Mahar in the left corner. He was open.
Well, and that's another thing about a zone defense. You get that ball in the middle, the defense has to collapse to you to control it. Especially in a 3-2, it's basically like a circle around you. You literally can draw a circle around how the defense is supposed to be played. With the ball going to the middle, everyone's got to take a step in to try and defend that, which leaves a lot of that corner 3s wide open.
Can you believe that? It's the first foul by Roseau all game long. Botava goes 2 for 2. He's got 13, 31-22. That foul on number 33, Peter Van de Wedge. Now 10 seconds left. 5 Gordon across the timeline. Now goes to Dunham left front court. 5 seconds left. Gordon top of the key. Will he put it up? He's going to have to. He goes to Dunham left wing at the buzzer. That's a 2. Rattles off. And at the end of the first half, East Grand Forks leads Roseau 31-22 here in this double whammy rivalry romp in the Northwest Conference in Section 8 AA North. Green Wave on top, up by 9. We'll head to halftime here on YourLoveEvent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Eagle Electric, American Federal Bank East Grand Forks, Sanford Health East Grand Forks, American Crystal Sugar Company, Little Miracles, Northland Custom Woodworking, Imprints Screen Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
Welcome to our halftime report on YourLoveEvent.com. The scoreboard reads right now 31-22 in favor of the hometown East Grand Forks Green Wave over the Roseau Rams. Let's see how we got there in the first half of the Minnesota High School basketball. Starting off, plenty of ties, lead changes, and a tightly contested matchup in that first half. So our count, we'll get a cleaner count here in the next commercial break. At least 4 lead changes and 3 ties in the first half, going back and forth, but eventually East Grand Forks, after being tied up at 14 all, were able to keep the Rams at arm's length away and herd Roseau back into the pin and lead 31-22 at the half. Let's look out at the numbers, the team numbers overall. And for EGF, turning it over 6 times, that's not a lot. It's not a lot. Roseau turned over 5 times, so both teams won tit for tat in that category. As far as not going tit for tat and being out-rebounded, we talked about it with Coach Ken Hayden of Roseau in the post-game or the pregame coach's comments. His team can't get out-rebounded right now. East Grand Forks 20 rebounds in the first to just 11 by Roseau. It shows especially on second chance opportunities with East Grand Forks. We already talked about the turnovers. Only 2 free throws shot by EGF in that first half, both by Sam Bonneville. He went 2 for 2, and that's how it stands for EGF. For Roseau, 6 for 8 from the line, 18 fouls by the Green Wave to just 1 by Roseau, just 1. We've seen so much paint play early this game. You'd expect some more calls to be made. Well, all the calls happening in favor of Roseau. And they have done well for themselves at the line. They're 6 for 8. Only 1 foul. And 0 threes, though, from beyond the arc. That's where the difference maker is starting to come into effect when it comes to rebounds and 3 balls. East Grand Forks with 3 trays from beyond the arc to 0 by Roseau. 2 of those belong to Tanner Compost. The other, Sam Bardava, the quarterback, wide receiver, electric connection back during the fall season. And electric so far, these 2 players have been. We'll break down their stats when we come back here in our halftime report. Your score once again at the half, East Grand Forks 31, Roseau 22, here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner every day. East Grand Forks Public Schools will engage and empower learners to contribute and succeed in a diverse and changing world. Today's student, tomorrow's leader. For more information on the East Grand Forks Public Schools, including teachers' pages, updates, the weekly newsletter, EGF activities and events calendars, and more, go to egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
YourLiveEvent.com is grateful to be working with the East Grand Forks Public Schools to provide a video stream and play-by-play for varsity home athletic events this season. We encourage all fans to subscribe to YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel and to like this video stream. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, visit YourLiveEvent.com for more information.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Tim Shea's Nursery and Landscaping, Salon 222, Evergreen Insurance Agency, Border States Trophy and Awards, Leisureland RV, Northdale Oil, Shields, Custom Stripes. We ask that you please thank and patronize these sponsors of the Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
Halftime report turns on yourliveevent.com as Joseph Stutz gets down with his bad self to Earth, Wind, and Fire September. It's March, and March basketball has arrived here at East Grand Forks between the Green Wave and the Roseau Rams. 31-22, EGF leads Roseau. Let's see who contributed to those totals. Let's start with the visiting Roseau Rams sitting at 4-9, 2-3 in the section, and 2-2 in the conference. Number 0, Wyatt Aronson has just 2 points and 2 boards. Jed Dunham has 10 points and 3 boards. Steele Walsh with 3 rebounds of his own, 3 for 4 from the line with 7 points. Jed Dunham is also 2 for 2 from the line. David Nelson, just 2 points, 1 board to his name. Peter Vandewedge, the senior, with no points and 1 snag off the board. And off the bench, Clive Gordon has a rebound. Maverick Jacobson is 1 for 2 from the line, 1 point. Kieran Schumacher has gotten in the game but has not gotten on the stat sheet just quite yet. Down by 9 after the first half. Roseau is heading into the second. For East Grand Forks, 6-8 overall, 3-6 in the section, and 3-2 in the conference. Here's how they stack up in the first. Sam Vadova leading the way with a game-high 13 points for the senior and 7 boards to his name. Windex absolutely handy tonight. 2 for 2 from the line, and the only 2 free throws shot by the Green Wave so far this Thursday evening. Tanner Campos with 6 points, both off trays, 1 board. One of those was hit all the way from Grand Forks, not East Grand Forks, across the river. Cole Gerber has no points, no boards, 2 fouls to his name. Jeremiah Havik not playing tonight. A big discussion with Josh Berkowitz, the coach of the Green Wave. Havik is sick, but so far the Green Wave doing a good job making up for his absence, down by 9. Hope Jeremiah Havik is all right with his sickness. Tyson Mahar with 1 board, 2 points. Drew Carpenter, the freshman, off the bench with 2 points, 3 boards. And also in the game, Joey Vadova has 4 points off the bench. Carter Vosick started the game has 3 points off a lone tray and 3 boards. And then Spencer Eglin, who also started with 2 points and 1 board. Caleb Zedulik off the bench with 4 boards. And now with 50 seconds remaining before halftime, it's a 9-point game with 6 official ties in this contest between East Grand Forks and Roseau. Joseph Stutz, you talked about inside the paint in the first half, and then East Grand Forks exploiting the 7th scoring defense of the Rams later on with some trays beyond the arc. You expect more of that coming into the second half?
No, for Rose, you can't allow the East Grand Forks to launch the threes. You gotta make it a inside mid-range. You gotta make it that kind of a game. If you look at it, to your point, 9-point game. Well, what's 9 points? That's 3 threes. That's the difference so far. 3 threes have changed it, or else it'd be 22-22 without the threes.
Roseau has not hit any threes, down by 9. Tyson Mahar bounce pass over the left corner. Sam Vadova, he goes baseline, tight trips it, goes to Spencer Eglin, right off his chest, and right back to the Rams. Now running it, here is Jed Dunham. His floater, his tip finger roll won't go from the right block, and it's loose ball, EGF basketball. Quickly a turnover for EGF in the first 20 seconds, but back with possession. Sam Vadova in the left front court. He's got 13. Bounce pass over to Cole Gerber, left corner. Now Mahar, just around the arc to Vosick. Now to Vadova, wide open in the right corner. Quickly getting on his bender wedge. Now feed inside to Eglin, 3-on-1. Spencer Eglin kicks out to Vosick, left corner. 3 is up and off rim. And rebound picked up there by number 22, Cole Gerber. Now Sam Vadova, right side, baseline. Jumper won't go. Pulled down aggressively by David Nelson. 17-10, second half. Here comes Nelson. Original starters for both teams back in to start this second meeting. And now here is a right side runner. Stop and pop for Jed Dunham. He now has 12, and it gets the first bucket of the second half. 31-24, Green Wave still on top. Sam Vadova directing traffic, telling Tyson Mahar to go right wing. He goes to Mahar in the right wing. Mahar gets a screen from Eglin. Now goes top to Gerber. Now this round again. Finding Sam Vadova in the corner now, left side in the wing. Vadova gliding to Eglin now. Give it to Vosick, right wing. Vosick puts move on, a scoop. Now to Gerber, top of the key. Underhand back to Vosick. He goes inside. Kick ball, no. Turnover, lost to Vosick's hands. Back to EG, back inside. Now to Roseau. EGF, 2 turnovers. Dunham, nice defense by Mahar. Mahar absolutely fighting and pestering Jed Dunham. He had 1 block from behind, but the next one, too much mitt on the basketball.
Number 31, Tyson
And it's
Mahar.
a foul against Tyson Mahar. His team first of the second half, and it sends Jed Dunham to the line. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight. Make that 3 for 3. He's got 13. Now a tie game high with Sam Vadova. 31-25. Roseau still down. And first miss of the night for Dunham. Picked up now by Vosick. Vosick now goes to inside. Now Mahar right wing. Gets it from Gerber. Mahar goes top of the key to Sam Vadova. Now the Vosick left corner. He puts a move on. A fake. Now looking to go inside. Finds inside in the baseline on the left side is Spencer Eglin. Now Mahar, he puts a move in the left wing. Now puts up a floater. Oh, a teardrop won't go. Spencer Eglin, though. That one will go. Counted in, a foul. Finding the putback. Finds the board and finds an opportunity for a 3-point play. Spencer Eglin, he now has 4 points.
He's at the line shooting for the Green Wave.
33-25.
Tanner Campos.
Tanner Campos checks into the game for Cole Gerber. That foul on Peter Vandewedge, his second of the game. And Eglin completes a 3-point play, the original 3-point play, if you ask Joseph Stetz and any other statistician in the history of basketball. 34-25, back to a 9-point lead for the Wave, 15:40 second half, and we have a over by Roseau, turning it back over. Their first of the second half. A carry by the Rams. Tanner Campos to inbound now to Mahar. Getting the basketball back, and they can go into a double-digit lead for the first time tonight. There's been 6 ties in this game. Now Vadova to Campos again from the Red River. Again for 3! How about it? Top of the key 3 for Tanner Campos. 9 points, 3 trays. 37-25. It's a 12-point game. 5:15 second half. David Nelson right wing. He glides inside. Now push inside. Pushed it too far. Out of bounds. Roseau turnover. Their second of the second half. Tanner Campos is something else this evening, Joseph.
He's making it rain, and I didn't see rain in the forecast till at least what? No, next Tuesday?
Don't remind me. Campos now. He won't pull. He'll go to Eglin. Now on the left elbow. He kick out to Vadova. Now dish inside to Gerber. Gerber now to Mahar. Wide open. No, he's going to go inside. He wants it too. Goes to Eglin now, right short corner. Eglin puts up. Now here is Sam Vadova. Left corner 3. Short rim. And now long rebound. Picked up by nobody. No, Nelson. And Nelson, oh, absolutely chop block from behind. Right in his right back knee. Looks to be fine though. He gets up, gets a pat from Steele Walsh. Scary play there. It's a good player. He's back up though.
I think if that's football terms, that's a 15-yard penalty. Or is it 10?
That is a personal foul. Wyatt Aronson checks out in his place. Looking for his substitution right here is Clive Gordon. Cole Gerber checks out of the game. Coming in for him is number 4, Jonathan Kruger, seeing his first action of the night. Now bounce pass from Gordon goes off of Vadova. Vadova, though, off of his back shoulder on the transition defense offense. And turnover for turnover goes EGF and Roseau. Still a 12-point game, 14-32 in the second. Now feeding inside, Steele Walsh on the inbound. It goes to Gordon in the backcourt. Now Clive Gordon goes to Peter Vandewedge. At the foul line, it goes left corner now to David Nelson, spinning around Mahar and backing his way in like a dump truck for 2. Nelson has 4. It's now a 10-point game. Now here is 37-27, 14-11. Mahar finds that one for Hitler Harwood. Right wing 3 again for Tanner Campos. It's the second miss of the night, pulled down by Peter Vandewedge. And now here comes Jed Dunham on the right side. Feed inside to Gordon. Gordon puts it up, contested, and nice defense. And Kruger finds the rebound. Vadova, he's just lollygagging inside the paint. Oh, they call a travel. He looked very confident heading inside the paint, but he turns it over. Fourth turnover for EGF in the second half.
And again, great defense by the Rams. I mean, in total in the game, they've only got 2 fouls, and it's not like EGF is just shooting threes. They are driving the paint, and the Rams are doing a great job by contesting without fouling.
And we have a blocking foul, ground foul called, I believe on Sam Vadova, hitting the hardwood. David Nelson did. This will be the 3rd team foul by East Grand Forks. It's on number 4, Jonathan Kruger, his first actually. Spencer Eglin, it checks out, slapping right hand with Coach Josh Berkowitz in his place. Looking here, it looks to be Caleb Zedlik, Dunham now to Vandewedge. Vandewedge didn't go off him, it goes off Vadova. Still Roseau basketball, down by 10 with 13:34 in the second half. David Nelson inbound. The senior looking, goes inside, now outside to Walsh, now to Dunham at the left wing. And what do we have here, a 3-second violation. Roseau turns it over as soon as they got it in. Their 4th of the second. No, they call a foul inside by Roseau, offensive foul.
Illegal screen was the call underneath.
Legal screen there by number 10, Clive Gordon, his first, team second, only 3rd of the entire game. There's Campos, topping, he goes Mahar right wing. Now to Vadova, right corner. Sam Vadova alone, now double team. Now to Campos, sling around the arc. Mahar, left corner, bounce pass inside to Zedlik. Won't go. Vandewedge gets its mitts on it, turns it over. EGF now 5, slowing down as David Nelson backing. Now he goes to the right corner, this is Steele Walsh. Walsh now goes to the foul line to Vandewedge. Peter looking, goes inside to Gordon, 2-on-1, kick out right corner. This is Dunham for 3, short, and pulled it down by Walsh. He goes with the runner, and it goes for the 3-point play from the right block. Steele Walsh now with 9 points off the board and the putback, and he heads to the line. He brings it within 37-29. Peter Vandewedge checks out. Wyatt Aronson checks in. Looks like we have number 21, Aaron Schumacher, ready to check in for Roseau as well. Drew Carpenter also ready to check in for the Green Wave. Walsh puts it up, puts it in. 4 for 5 from the line. He has 10 points, and it's 37-30. Still Walsh checks out.
Into the Green Wave, number 3, Drew
Schumacher comes in for him. Drew Carpenter checks in for number 4, Jonathan Kruger. Now across midcourt. Here's Sam Bava, left wing. Now goes left corner to Tyson Mahar. Now to Tanner Campos, dishing around to Carpenter, right wing. He finds Mahar left front court. Lowers his shoulder, goes right elbow, kicks up the Sam Bava, top of the key. He dips in, backs out, now puts a teardrop, won't go off the back iron. It cleared out by Mahar, but found by Dunham for his 4th rebound. Now he's running it. Oh, a stutter step, puts up the glass. No, Bava hits it out, and it's pulled down by Mahar. Mahar now running the court. Oh, what a move, crossover in! And he's fouled, and he goes to the line. What a nice move by Mahar to draw the contact and finds a chance to put some points on the board.
Well, not only that, but you gotta give credit to Vadova there on that defensive rebound. Not only to get the rebound, but he tapped it out to start transition offense. That's going to give his team free throws here.
Mahar's first chance at the line tonight. He's 0 for 1. He's got 2 points. The 3rd only Green Wave participant to shoot a free throw tonight. That foul was on number 10. Clive Gordon, his 2nd, team 3rd. Mahar goes 1 for 2. He's got 3. The lead is to 8. 38-30. 12-23, second half. Green Wave on top of the Rams. Clive Gordon dancing with Tanner Campos. Now across the timeline is Gordon. Give a timeout by Coach Ken Hayden of Roseau. Down by 8, 38-30 with 12:15 left in the second half here on YourLiveEvents.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
38-30, Green Wave lead Roseau by that score. Green Wave lead the Rams by 8 with 12:15 left in the second half. 2 teams on 3-game losing streaks and a tight first half that ended at 31-22 with the Green Wave pulling away. There were 6 ties in that first half. Now here we are at an 8-point game. The largest of the night for the Green Wave was at 12 when it was 37-25 at the beginning of the second half. Now Roseau has the basketball. Wyatt Aronson, top of the key. Now left wing, he goes to Aaron Schumacher near the logo, backs out. Now charges in. Now top, looking, finding, goes left corner. This is still Walsh. Good feet inside to Gordon in the left paint. Gordon spinning around like a top. Now goes top to Walsh. Now back out to the logo. Defense, the crowd getting into it here at EGF Senior High, and a little underhand scoop layup in the paint by Walsh won't go. It's picked up by Vodova, picking up boards right now. Oh, what a pass from Mahar, left corner. He goes to Carpenter, inside now to Sam Vodova, kick out Tyson Mahar, right corner three. He looked like he was fouled. Mahar doesn't find the shots, and Vodova does from the right block. Count it in a foul for Sam Vodova. His first bucket of the second half. He's got 15 and another trip to the line. It's 40-30, back to a 10-point lead. Cole Gerber checks in for Caleb Zedgelick. Sam Vodova 2 for 2 from the line at that foul. The fourth by Roseau. They're saying number 10, Clive Gordon. Don't believe it was. He already had 2 fouls. Vodova misses. It's picked up by Aronson. Now corralled by David Nelson. David Nelson was the one that fouled his first. Nelson now near the timeline, spins around now top of the key. He goes to Clive Gordon. He charges in. He puts up on the Euro and puts up the floater in the fingertip for 2. Clive Gordon, his first points of the night, bring up an 8. 40-32. Green Wave on top. 11:05. Second half. Mahar right wing. Now he'll jump inside. Now to Vodova. Dish inside to Gerber on the baseline. Gerber, nice pass. A better pass. Campos left corner 3. Puts it in! Tanner Campos. He's got 12 points. 43-32. All off trays for Tanner Campos tonight. The junior putting on a clinic. Teaching the deep ball. Now here is Schumacher. He looked absolutely bamboozled. Lost his footing, turns it over. 5th turnover for Roseau in the second half.
Number 12, Carter
Bostic checks in for Drew Carpenter. We have a substitution for the Roseau Rams as well. David Nelson comes out of the game, and number 24, Maverick Jacobson, comes in. Campos, are you kidding me? I wasn't even looking, man. Campos, another 3. He's got 15 points. It's 46-32. Holy moly.
And you would have lost your mind from where that was. That was at the red line.
Red light doesn't stop Tanner Campos. What a lead. What a game by him. 10 minutes left in the second half. Here's Dunham right side. He kicks out right corner. Still Walsh now. He goes to Jacobson, top of the key. He pushes inside, kicks out left corner. Wyatt Aronson, left corner 3. Answers right back. Hey, I can sling it too. Tanner. Aronson now has 5. It's now back to an 11-point deficit, 46-35. Campos heat check. Too much, too less, and it's pulled down by Aronson. Now he misses. Aronson now goes to Jacobson, slows down across the timeline, guarded by Vosick, almost crossed that line. Ref eyeing it closely like a hawk. Now Jacobson goes to Walsh. 9:20 in the second half. Walsh now dancing with Sam Vodova. Walsh now, right short corner, kicks out to Jacobson, feet inside now to Jed Dunham. He puts it to the right side midi, and it is money. Jed Dunham got 15 points and brings it within 9 now. 46-37. Campos in the left wing. Oh, watch out. He's going to pass it. There's a Vosick. Now Mahar right wing. Look out, though. Campos getting set there in the left wing. No, goes inside the Gerber. Gerber can't get it to go. Rattles in and out. Picked up by Aronson. His 5th rebound. He's turning it up in the paint. Now here's number 5, Steele Walsh, near the timeline. Guarded by Gerber. Gets a screen from Jacobson. Goes opposite side, Walsh does. And he drives inside. Bounce pass to Aronson. And just a little floater. And puts it in for 2. Aronson now with 7. 46-39. Green Wave still on top. 8:21. Second half. Campos, red light. No, he pump fakes. Now drives inside. Now right wing. Campos dribble. Looking. Goes inside to Gerber. 13 feet away. No, goes back out the compost. Quick dish to Vadova in the baseline on the right side. Now to compost. Right corner three. Why not? Off the rim and pulled down by Aronson. Now feeds to Dunham. Dunham all alone. 1-on-1. Mahar gives chase, but there's no avail. Jed Dunham buys 2 more. 17 points he's got, and it's 46-41. Here come the Rams, and now another turnover. EGF turns it over. Here's Gordon, guarded by Campos. Oh, what a pass! Inside to Dunham. Dunham, back-to-back buckets. 19 points, 46-43, and just like that, it is a one-possession game with 7:35 in the second. Campos now finds Mahar. Right strike corner, and it won't go. Pulled down by Gordon. Losing the heat right there. Campos is now feet inside the Dunham from Gordon and brings it within 1. Jed Dunham again. He's got 21. It's 46-45. Timeout, Coach Josh Perkowitz with 7:17 in the second half. Green Wave on top for how long on yourloveevent.com.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner every day. At East Grand Forks, they offer a number of extracurricular activities, including athletics, academic clubs, speech, drama, and many more. At ISD 595, they encourage students to participate in as many extracurricular activities as possible. They feel students will gain valuable life lessons through these activities. For more information, visit egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
Woo, things have heated up. Tanner Campos was heating up in the second half, but now Roseau coming back from the brink, down by 12, now within 1, 46-45. East Grand Forks leads Roseau with 7:17 in the second half. It seems right now, with 2 teams on respectively 3-game skids, this is where the presence of Jeremiah Havik might come into play on second chances, and it doesn't seem like the Green Wave are as explosive on offense here in the second half. Havik does give them some electricity. Nothing in the bottle so far within the last few minutes. And now off the feet of Mahar, off his hands, out of bounds, back-to-back turnovers. East Grand Forks has 7 in the second half. Drew Carpenter checks in for Tyson Mahar. Mahar going to go clear his head. Perkowitz slaps hands with him. Roseau basketball. Feet inside from the inbound from Maverick Jacobson. He goes to David Nelson back in the game. David Nelson at the timeline. Gets a screen from Walsh. Still at midcourt, guarded by Carpenter. With 6:55 in the second half. Nelson still looking, going back and forth like cat and mouse. Finally gets a screen from Jacobson. Now on right side baseline, kicks to Aronson for 2. Yes! Aronson barely had to hop for that one. He's got 10, and now they take the lead. Roseau does. The 5th lead change, and another turnover. Here is Dunham inside the paint. Counted in a foul! Kid Hayden almost jumped out of this gym. And now Dunham, up by 3, can push it to 4. Dunham with 23 points. He had 10 in the first. Cole Gerber checks out. That foul on Tanner Campos, his 3rd. Team 5th. Dunham is 3 for 4 from the line. He puts it up, and he completes the 3-point play. My goodness. Timeout. Coach Berkowitz? Yeah, I would think so right now. It's 50-46. Hayden takes a timeout, up by 4 with 6:33 in the second half.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
46 points by the Green Wave, but 50 by Roseau. It's 50-46 with 6:33 in the second half. Coming back down by 12. Roseau has to take the lead at 4. 8 turnovers by EGF in the second half. 5 by Roseau. It looked like it was going to get out of hand in favor of East Grand Forks when they went up by 12. Tanner Campos has 15 points, all off of 3-point buckets. But then there's Jed Dunham with 24 points of his own. He just completed the 3-point play off the foul in the bucket, and now up by 4. Now Vosick running, now right corner to Campos. Campos now slows down. Now it's Sam Bodova. Now to Vosick, dish around to Drew Carpenter, left corner, the freshman looking. Now left wing, he goes to the senior, Sam Bodova. Now to Vosick, right corner, puts a jab, and now a fake, goes in. Found a lane, couldn't find it. Bodova finds a rebound, that one isn't found, and Eglin finds the board. I believe Eglin was found. Got swatted at as soon as his mitts corralled the basketball. It is a foul on number 24, Maverick Jacobson, his first, team 5th. Now Bodova to inbound. Bodova goes to Vosick, right corner 3, off back iron, pulled down by Carpenter. Carpenter's 4th. Carpenter back inside the baseline. Now to Bodova, reverse layup. Oh my goodness. Sam Bodova has been quiet in the second half, and he has 17 and brings it within 2. 50-48, Roseau leads. 5:45, second half. Dunham left baseline, now goes top of the key to Jacobson. Now right corner, this is Aronson. He maneuvers to the right front court, backs out to the logo nearly. Almost a mistake, Carter Vosick came in on a line looking for the basketball. Still Roseau possession. Clive Gordon inbound. Jacobson just checked out. Looks like in his place, it's Clive Gordon, who now is in the right front court. Gordon off the bench. Oh, behind the back dribble. Now he pulls up right wing. That's a 2. Had his foot on the line, and it's pulled down by Eglin. Nice move. Quick separation by Gordon, but couldn't find the bucket. Now Campos, he slings it. Vosick left corner 3, short. And now a fight for the basketball up in the air into the hands of Jed Dunham for his 5th. Now here is David Nelson in the court. He puts a move on Carpenter. Carpenter sacrificing his body for that defensive maneuver, but it sends Nelson to the line.
Balls number 3, Drew Carpenter.
Drew Carpenter's first, team 6th. David Nelson, his first trip to the line tonight, he has 4 points with 2 boards. With 5 minutes left in the second half, he swishes the first one. Make that 6, and now a 3-point lead for Roseau at 51-48. Nelson, the senior again. Off back iron, rattle it home. Took a dramatic hop in the air, he has 6. 52-48. 4-point game. A deficit for East Grand Forks. Didn't see this coming, being up by 12 earlier in the second half. Now Sam Bodova, right wing 3 is up. Desperation shot. Looked like Eglin gets the board. He puts it up. He rattles it home. Spencer Eglin. He'll fire right back down in the paint. He's got 7, a board, 2 points, and 1 for 1 from the line so far tonight. Brings it within 2. Dyson Mahar checks in the game. Carter Vosick checks out. Eglin to the foul line. Puts it up off the rim and pulled down by Jed Dunham. Couldn't bring it within 1. It's within 2, however, with 4:38 in the second half. Roseau up by 2. 52-50. Jed Dunham, right wing. Handoff underneath. Now to the top to Nelson, who loses the handle. Campos gets it up. Now in the paint. Campos put up. It draws the contact, and he heads to the line. Heads up play. Heads up maneuver. Heads up shot by the junior, Tanner Campos. He can do it inside the paint as much as he can do it from outside. If he switches one here at the foul line, it'll be his first point that isn't from the Red River. That foul on number 23, David Nelson, his 3rd. And Campos accomplishes his first point. Not beyond 3 range. His first attempt of the night, he has 16. He had 6 in the first half. And he goes 2 for 2. 17 now, and just like that, a tie ball game. 52 all. And now out of bounds, Roseau getting too aggressive. Aronson couldn't find it, and giving it right back to EGF. As soon as the Rams found a lead, they lit East Grand Forks back into the ball game. 4:20 left in regulation. 52 all. Sam Bottom, left front court, guarded by Gordon. Mahar now left corner. He puts on now to Campos, top of the key at the red line. Now goes to Sam Bottom, right wing, right corner. Feed inside to Spencer Eglin. He puts up the high glass, won't go. Pulled down by Clive Gordon. And a foul called here. Clive Gordon picks up his third rebound. This foul on number 31, Tyson Mahar, his second, team seventh. And now in the bonus, both teams are 17 fouls apiece, sending Clive Gordon to the line for the first time tonight. Our seventh tie of the game could be broken right here by Gordon. It is not. He goes 0 for 1. Pulled it down now by Mahar. Mahar now. Tabata, nice move, nice dribble, nice shot, and puts it in for the lead. Sam Bottom made that look effortless. He's got 19, and it's 54-52. Green Wave on top with 3:33 in the second half. Gordon now, bullet pass inside to Dunham. Right baseline, won't go. Pulled down by Vodova again. Absolutely tearing up my tally marks right now. Vodova going coast to coast, no. Pulled down by Aronson. Now he gives off the Walsh, across the timeline. Campos guarding. He goes right side, Jed Dunham, and oh my goodness, pulls up immediately. Hot hand is hot. Breaking news, he's got 26, and it's tied up again at 54 all. There's Mahar, bottom of the top of the key. Campos left corner. Campos gonna fire away. No, the dramatic pause off the rim and pulled down by David Nelson. His third board. Hit the rim and bounce as high as it could go, about falling in. Now Gordon left corner, goes cross court now to Dunham, puts on the move on. Oh, the Euro for 2! Jed Dunham. How about that? 28 points. 56-54. Another lead change. 7 in this game. That one's batted out Drew Carpenter's hands by Clive Gordon. In the right corner, still EGF basketball with 2:37 left to go in regulation. A plethora of substitutions coming in right now.
Number 12, Carter Boss.
Drew Carpenter comes out. Carter Bossick comes in. Wyatt Aronson checks out. Seeing their substitutions right now. Number Bossick, who's back in the game left corner. He won't fire away. He pumps, goes to the bottom of the top of Kima Mahar now right wing. He goes to Gerber, who just checked in and taken right out of his mitts by Jed Dunham. Another turnover by EGF. Now here's David Nelson with 2:20 in regulation. Oh my goodness, he drops Mahar. Mahar gets back up to his feet. Now goes to Gordon. Near the timeline on the left side. Now at the top. Oh, underneath between the legs of Mahar. Goes to Nelson. Back and forth these teams go. Dribbling it. Now here's Vandewedge. Now Gordon, left wing. Goes to the right wing now to Steele Walsh. Walsh guarded by Carter Bossick. Gets a screen from Dunham. Now goes to the timeline. Under 2 minutes now. 1:50 in a 2-point game. And what do we got here? A timeout by Coach Ken Hayden. Steele Walsh couldn't get open. Up by 2, 56-54. Roseau on top of East Grand Forks with 1:49 left to play in regulation.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
56-54, Roseau on top of East Grand Forks here in a double whammy rivalry game with two teams both facing 3-game losing streaks. One will go to 4, and right now it's in favor of Roseau, up by 2 with 1:49 in the second half. East Grand Forks is up by 12 early on in the second half. They're up 37-25. And now the third scoring offense in the section is down by 2 to the 7th scoring defense. Clive Gordon now. He's inside, bullet pass. Now inside, back out to Aronson, left corner. Now here's Steele Walsh, the left wing. Walsh double team, stalling the ball right now with 1:35. Aronson now goes top to Gordon. Now back to Walsh. Back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to find that bucket? Who's going to find a turnover? No, Walsh, he finds the rack for 2. Splitting the difference. And that might be the difference. He's got 12. It's a 4-point game. Now there's Vadova. Now just around the Campos. 58-54. Roseau on top. 1:13 second half. Campos now to Vadova in the baseline. Now puts it up 5 feet away. Sam Vadova fouled. Heads to the line. 109 left to play in regulation. That foul on number 0, Wyatt Aronson. These fouls right now getting a little ticky-tacky. Vadova now puts it up and brings it within 3. He's 3 for 4 from the line. He has 20 points. 58-55. Vadova now going to put up again. To bring it within 2, he does. Clutch plays by the senior, and a timeout there by Coach Josh Berkowitz, down by 2 now with 1:09 left to play in regulation. 58-56, Roseau on top.
The Green Wave Sports Boosters was started in 1974 to help provide financial support through fundraising to all Green Wave High School athletic programs. With the generous help of its members and local business, the Green Wave Sports Boosters has helped our student athletes succeed and strive for excellence for 47 years. The Boosters would like to thank all current family and business members for their continued support. Go to greenwaveboosters.com for more information. Please consider becoming a member today.
An abundance of fouls in this second half, especially against EGF in the first half. They had 8 in the first. They have 7 right now to Roseau's 8. Roseau on top by 2, 58-56 with 1:09 left to play in the second half. Here on YourLiveEvent.com, Derek Zimmerman, Geyer, Joseph Stetz here for you on this Thursday evening. Thanks for joining us on this journey. And how will this journey end between two teams on 3-game skids? Green Wave and the Rams. Now I come back from the timeout by Coach Josh Berkowitz. Sam Vadova just went 2 for 2 from the line to bring it within 2. The senior has 21 points. Now inbounding, Roseau is. Here comes Jed Dunham. Goes to David Nelson. The Rams showed that they will stall this game out on their last possession. And now Walsh, who just scored a bucket to push it to 4 earlier, he now looks to go back to the rack and backs out. Now under a minute to play. Now Dunham in the left short corner. He goes to Walsh left wing. You got a foul, and Vadova does finally. The stall offense coming into effect by Roseau. Still Walsh heads to the line. He is 4 for 5 so far tonight. Sam Vadova's second foul of the night, team 8th. 47.9 seconds left in regulation. Looks like Spencer Eglin. Spencer Eglin will check in for Caleb Dejelik. Eglin has 7 points. Walsh has 12. Will he make it lucky number 13? He does not, and that's why it's unlucky. Off the back glass iron. And it pulled down by Vadova. And what we got here? Sirs. We're going to call it
Basketball
foul.
did not touch the rim on the free throw, which means it's a dead ball.
Ah, gotcha. I could have sworn I saw a little bit of orange plastered, a little bit of orange.
Well, it hit the backboard, but it didn't touch rim.
A brick, and now Mahar to Vadova with 39 seconds, down by 2. Campos in the game. He has 50 points, all off threes, and timeout. Coach Josh Berkowitz with 35.4 seconds remaining in regulation. We're going to stay right here on YourLiveEvent.com. There's no shot clock in Minnesota basketball, of course. So Roseau trying to stall in those earlier possessions, but now it's Green Wave basketball with 35.4 left on the clock, down by 2. You have Tanner Campos on the floor, who is absolutely lights out, nothing but net and wet from beyond the arc, with 17 points, 15 of them coming off from beyond the line. Sam Vadova has 21 points, and after that, the next highest scorer is Spencer Eglin, and not a usual starter, with 7. For Roseau, the leading scorer in this game and the leading player in this game, Jed Dunham. Good night, he's got 28. A key reason, just back-to-back-to-back buckets for Dunham early on in the middle portion of that second half to come back down by 12. Roseau was down 12, 37-25. right out of the gates of the second half and have snatched the lead back. There has been 7 lead changes in this game and 8 ties. Come back from timeout from Coach Josh Perkowitz in the Green Wave. How will it end with 35.4? Bostic left corner. Goes left corner now to Vodova. Puts a move on Aronson. Now rise to the top. Now Mahar. Mahar goes to Campos right wing. Is Campos going to end this one with 22 seconds? He's at the top of the key. Goes to Bostic left wing. Now Mahar left corner. 2-point game, 17 to go. Here is Vodova, and spinning inside. He puts it up. He is fouled, and he gets a chance to tie it up. The senior with 2 so important shots right here. 9th team foul by Roseau, and David Nelson, his 4th, in trouble there, fouling out. The senior is Vodova. He's only missed 1 tonight. Drains that one. Money. 22 points for Vodova. 57
Number 22,
points.
Cole Gerber.
58-57. Cole Gerber checks in now for Spencer Eglin. Good night for him. He has 7 and has been a good job on the boards with 4 rebounds. But ever so important free throw from Vodova. Vodova drains it. Nails. 23 all. 58 all. 23 points for Vodova. 10 seconds now. Dunham all alone. He's stripped. Aronson has the basketball. Jump ball. What do we got? We have a foul. Aronson had it with a finger, trying to keep it, and Vodova on his backside on the hardwood. Does it look like Vodova picked up the foul? It sends Aronson to the line, who has not been to the line tonight. That is on Vodova, his 3rd team 9th. 7 seconds left in regulation. Aronson, his first attempt, misses. Pulled down by Dunham. What do we got? We have a foul immediately. With 5.8 left on the clock, and it sends Dunham to the line, and he is 4 for 5 tonight. That foul on Vodova, again, his 4th, team 10th. And now the double bonus comes into play with 5.8. Dunham, the senior, has 28, 29. Did they call a lane violation? No, they did not. Hayden took a timeout. We're going to stay right here again with 59 points for the Rams to the 58 of the Green Wave with 5.8 seconds left on the clock here in the second half. Dunham is now 5 for 6 from the line with 29 points in a 59-58 lead with 5.8 left to go. Timeout by Coach Ken Hayden and the Roseau Rams. Joseph, you talked about earlier, you mentioned to me, these fouls get a little ticky-tacky, and it could end due to that.
No, it just it turns the whole complexion of the game, and especially in a game like this where every basket is crucial. Both teams were driving the lane like they were in the first half, but I'm not going to criticize. We have a higher perch, so stuff like that. But it's like free throws are game changers early on. It was only Roseau shooting free throws due to the fouling by the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Now with both teams, now you're seeing the effects. And also, you're seeing the strategy that both coaches are trying to apply.
Coming back from the timeout, Dunham heads to the line, 5 for 6 on the night, 29 points. Oh boy, 5.8 on the clock, 59-58 Roseau. Dunham misses that one, and now pulled down by Vodova, and immediately a timeout. A second to last one for Josh Perkowitz to draw something up with 4.8 left on the clock. Handy rebound there by Sam Vodova to my chicken scratch. Oh my goodness. He has definitely a double-double tonight, I would say. He has 23 points as team high, but down by 1, 59-58 with 5.2 on the clock. They give him 4 extra tenths on the scoreboard. Again now, Tanner Campos, he's got 17. Joseph, 15 come from 3.
But you don't need a 3.
You don't need a 3, exactly. But he's got that hand. He's got that lightning in a bottle electricity about him.
They're going to have it right side out of bounds. They're going to have it, they're not going to get it all the way advanced. This isn't like the NBA. This isn't like college where, timeout advances the basketball. No, they have to take it from right where, I'll pan over, where that official is right there at about the 3-quarter mark. They got to take it out from there and they got to make a play up. So I'm assuming it's something, it's going to be something in motion, running to get the basketball, coming into a full sprint to try and get it down there. Because I guarantee you, especially with Campos out there, they're going to try and drive with Vadova and try and kick it out to him for last resort.
Gerber inbound, everyone clustered up. Backcourt, Vadova finds it, misses it, and now almost lost it. 2 seconds, top of the key, 3. He gets it off in time, and it's short. Sam Vadova bobbled the inbound, was flustered, goes to the top of the key, looks like his foot was on the line, and for Roseau, the losing streak is over. The Rams defeat the Green Wave 59-58 and advance to 5-9 on the season. This ends a 5-game losing streak to the Green Wave for Roseau, dating back to 2018. And the Rams will take that victory all the way back to their hometown. Once again, final score 59-58. Roseau defeats East Grand Forks. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's just a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Up North Pizza Pub, BSN Sports, East Grand Forks Youth Basketball Association, Construction Engineers, Red River Bean and Seed LLC, Franson Bank and Trust, GW and Sons Construction, East Grand Forks Blue Line Club, Reliance Telephone and Security, and by Caulfield. Thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
$86.29 this year has been performing outstanding in growers' fields. As you can see, the root shape on 29s again, presenting just a great root shape all the way around. This has been our top seller this past year, and it looks to be again. This variety is just performing great out in fields.
Welcome to our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. Your final score, Roseau defeats East Grand Forks 59-58 and end their 3-game losing streak. As for the Green Wave, their losing streak now falls to 4. Let's see how we got there in the first half and second half recap. There were, I believe, 5 ties, or 3 ties. Let me collect myself. 6 ties after that first half between both teams, going back and forth in the first. EGF led 31-22 at the half and out-rebounded Roseau by 9, 20-11 in the first. Both teams getting a little bit of foul trouble. No, actually, it was all EGF foul trouble in that first half. Both teams got in the bonus later on in the game. But as far as turnover-wise, both teams going back and forth with each other. 6 for the EGF in the first and 5 by Roseau. For the second half, losing track here, EGF had, to my count, 9 turnovers to Roseau's 6. But however, EGF was up 37-25, coming fresh, hot out of the gates in the second half. Tanner Campos was unbelievably just electric, with 3 bombs everywhere from the red line to the Red River. He had 17 points. We'll get to those later on, those total stats. However, after 8 lead changes and 9 ties, Roseau comes away with the underdog upset, 59-58. The Rams, the victors. Let's take another break and come back with stat breakdown and possibly some coach and player interviews. Don't go anywhere. This is at yourliveevent.com.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Hoef, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Hoef, a passion that grows.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Welcome back to our post-game report here on yourliveevent.com. Now joined by the head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, Josh Perkowitz. His team falls tonight, 59-58 to Roseau. Now a 4-game skid for your Wave squad. What are your initial thoughts after this ball game?
Yeah, this was a little tough. You know, we knew we were tired, and you could tell the guys tonight were a little tired coming off that. That overtime loss to DL, and at times in that second half, I think that's really where it started showing. We thought we had them in the first half. They looked like they're the ones that sucking air and stuff like that. In the second half, it looked like it was us, and you could tell that the toll of the last game kind of got to us, I thought, in the second half.
Some key stats in that first half. You out-rebounded Roseau 20-11. You're up by 9. And then in the second half, you're up by 12, 37-25. At what point was it where Jed Dunham, who had a game-high 29 points tonight, did Roseau kick things into play?
I think it was really on us. Give them credit, yes, but we kept missing shots, and then we weren't rebounding the basketball, and we had some easy looks inside, and if we would have finished them, they wouldn't have been able to get on their breaks and their fast breaks and stuff like that. And that's what I really think fueled them, is our missed shots gave them opportunities, in the full court, and had we knock some of those shots down, then it eliminates that.
On a positive note, Tanner Campos had quite the electric night. 17 points, 15 coming from beyond the arc with 5 trays. We were just talking off air. He can hit that. If he's open from that deep at the red line from the Red River, why not?
Yeah, especially if you make 2, and it doesn't matter who you are on our team. You make 2 threes, you better be the first one to shoot the next time down, because you're feeling it, and he was feeling it tonight. And I thought that, hey, why not? Let's take it, and it's going to go in. It was going in tonight, so keep shooting.
What do you tell your team now after 4 straight losses in the locker room?
This one was a really tough one to swallow, but we have to bounce back, and we have to be able to find some mental toughness right now, because we have a very short week. We play Pelican, who's a very good team. They come into our gym on Monday, and so we only got 1 day to prepare for them, really. And so if we don't flush this one, it could really spiral out of control right now for us.
I have a good mindset to have that. 4 straight losses, but back on Monday against Pelican Rapids.
Yeah, we're still, like I said, we're still playing, and Pelicans coming in. They're a pretty big team. They're going to be way taller than us. We just have to be able to knock down some shots, like I said.
Coach, anything else like that?
No, that's about it.
Coach, thanks for your time. Thank you for talking to us tonight.
Yep.
Good luck going forward in the season. We'll see
All
you
right.
Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Josh Perkowitz of the East Grand Forks Green Wave. His squad wins tonight. I believe we're going to transition off here after a commercial break. We'll take a second here. We'll talk to Coach Ken Hayden of Roseau. His Roseau Rams defeat Josh Perkowitz's East Grand Forks Green Wave at 59-58 here in the final on this Thursday evening.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Eagle Electric, American Federal Bank East Grand Forks, Sanford Health East Grand Forks, American Crystal Sugar Company, Little Miracles, Northland Custom Woodworking, Imprints Screen Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
Welcome back to our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. Roseau knocks off East Grand Forks 59-58 to end the 3-game losing streak. East Grand Forks now falls to 4 straight losses, and now I'm joined by Jed Dunham, player of the night, Mission Impossible tonight, a game-high 29 points. Jed, man, how you feeling?
Feels amazing. We've lost to them 2 years in a row now, both years, and usually when we come to this gym, it's a really hard game, and showed up tonight and got it done.
What was it, 5 straight losses? You guys played them, I believe, 3 times last season, and then 2 times prior.
Yep.
Only playing once this season due to COVID-19 and everything.
Yep.
I know it has to feel good for you, especially as a senior.
Yeah, feels amazing.
What were your initial thoughts, though, in that first half being down by 9, and eventually in the early part of the second half down by 12?
Yeah, we were down by 9, and 9 points isn't that big of a gap, so it's pretty easy to come back to, but we just had to play hard defense, and we got it done. And then we came down a little more in the second half, and it gets a little nerve-wracking, but we started to get into it and make some layups, and we caught right back up.
You were absolutely dominant in the paint and at the free throw line, 5 for 6, especially the last 2 to take the lead at the end. They were, to my count, 9 ties, 8 lead changes. What were your nerves like in the final 5.2 seconds of the game with a chance to clinch?
That was the most nervous I've ever been shooting a free throw. I mean, I was just so many thoughts going through my head, but I just had to put it in, and I put the first one in, missed the second one, but I made one, so.
Tell me what the mood is like in the locker room. I know it's the latter half of the season, and you guys in a 3-game skid, but to get back in the dub column, what are you guys feeling down there?
Oh, we were excited. We were screaming, and it just feels amazing to be DGF.
And now, heading next on, you play Northern Friese. That's on March 5th. Can you give us a little preview on how you can use this newfound momentum and confidence heading into that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we come into this game, not knowing what's going to happen, and, winning this game gives us a lot of boost of confidence for tomorrow. So I think we can stick with them tomorrow and catch another dub.
Jed, anything else like to add?
No, that's
Well,
it.
if you can't add anything more, you have a heck of a night. 29 points.
Yeah.
You added it up on the scoreboard, and you guys pick up the 59-58 win.
Yep.
Thanks for your time, Jed, and safe travels home, and good luck tomorrow.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Jed. Dunham, winner tonight, 59-58, a game-high 29 points. Safe travels to him, and I believe we'll now have Coach Ken Hayden come on and join us here in our post-game report after talking with his senior star player of the evening, now joined by the head coach of the Rams, Coach Hayden. Initial thoughts, man. You go in the locker room and you see your kids happy to end the 3-game skid.
Yeah, East Grand is a very good team, especially here. My initial thoughts are we were trying to keep the game close and compete the whole time. That was our number one goal, and go to our pace. So that was fun that we executed that. But this is a very good team, and our guys are really excited. And that's basketball. High school basketball can get fun. And one thing Jed forgot to mention. He was supposed to be on a trip in Arizona this week, and he elected to stay back last Sunday, or else he wouldn't have been here. So I know his whole family's in Arizona, so that's fun for him and to have a game like that. But good team effort. We had multiple guys that played limited minutes that came in and did a nice job handling the pressure, and that was our number one thing. I think we didn't allow East Grand to get those easy transition buckets off our turnovers, so that was good.
That's 29 points that could have been in Arizona. He doesn't need to be there. It's just as sunny here now, right?
That's right. Yeah, good weather here too. So yeah, we were excited to have him here.
Your senior star player tonight, heck of a night, but it wasn't easy especially down by 12 in the middle part of the second half?
Yeah.
Were your nerves getting up a little bit?
Well, it's just one of those things where we've gotten to that point so many times with some of these really good teams, and we try to do too much. And I think we had called a timeout. We just, guys, remember our plan. We can't go at their pace, and let's just try to chip away. And fortunately, we were able to get some runouts too, and that was fun to see. And the amount of maturity from the start of the year till now, as we progress, has been really fun to watch.
Now tomorrow you play Northern Freezy. Initial thoughts after finally getting back in the win column?
Yeah, another good team. I think they have a 9-3 record.
9-4 and 7-1
yep.
at home.
So yeah, and they're tough at home. That's what I was just gonna say. So we'll have to see what happens. We got to compete on the glass like we did tonight, and really have some good guard play to be effective. So I'm liking our chances. We just got to stay within what we can do.
Coach, anything else like to add?
You know what? Yes, this franchise, I grew up in Ada. My parents are probably listening to this. You guys do an excellent job of covering sports. I know my parents enjoy watching all the games online. So, and you stretch all the way to I Falls now, right?
We do. Yes,
yeah,
we have a branch up there. Yes, sir.
Yep. So Jim Berkmeyer, if he's out there, hey. All
hey,
right.
boss.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Thanks, guys.
Coach Ken Hayden, thank you for your time. Safe travels and good luck tomorrow. Coach Ken Hayden of the Roseau Rams. His team knocks off East Grand Forks 59-58 here on your final score. We'll stay right here, and let's wrap up with our individual final stats of the evening, and let's start with the victors. Roseau now advances to 5-9 on the season, 3-3 in the section, and now 3-2 in the conference. Wyatt Aronson picked up himself with 7 rebounds, 10 points. Jed Dunham, our player of the game, with 29 points and 5 rebounds of his own, goes 5 for 6 from the line. Steele Walsh had 12 points and 4 boards. David Nelson with 6 points, 3 boards cut in half. Peter Vandewedge had no points, 2 boards, and 2 fouls. Clive Gordon with 2 points off the bench with 3 boards. And Maverick Jacobson with 1 point off the bench. Garen Schumacher also got in the game, didn't find any tally marks. For the Green Wave of East Grand Forks, Sam Vodova. It's going to take me a second. He had 23 points. Bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 snags off the board for Sam Vodova, the senior. He tied it up from the free throw line at 58 all. But now his team falls. Tanner Campos, 17 points, 1 board, 15 from beyond the arc. Good night for the junior Tanner Campos. Cole Gerber had just 1 board, no points. Jeremiah Havik did not play tonight. The senior had a sickness. Hopefully he's okay. Usual starter. Tyson Mahar had, I believe, 4 points and 3 boards. Drew Carpenter off the bench. The freshman had 2 points and 4 rebounds. Jonathan Kruger with 1 rebound off the board, off the bench. Joey Vodova off the bench had 4 points. Carter Vosick, who started this game in place of Havig, had 4 rebounds and 3 points, 1 lone tray. Spencer Egeland had 7 points and 4 rebounds. Make that 5 rebounds. Also a starter coming in play. Campos sat. Can you believe that? Joseph Stetz. Campos sat this game and came off the bench with 17 points, 15 from beyond the arc. Just a little bit of a lineup change by Coach Perkowitz. Also off the bench, Caleb Zedulik had 4 rebounds, no points. Your final stat totals, presented to you by, of course, yourloveofit.com. And your final score, once again, East Grand Forks falls to Roseau. The Rams end their 3-game skid, while the Green Wave fall to 4 in a row in the L column. Their final score, 59-58, Roseau on top. And we'll get on top of it and get on the road, Joseph Stetz. For everyone watching at home, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all our sponsors. Tune in tomorrow night and then on Saturday night. And subscribe to yourloveofit.com. Safe travels with us. For Joseph Stetz and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, have a lovely, terrific Thursday evening.